大家好，我是 Martin, and this is Short Stories, brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today, I am going to tell you the biography of actor Alan Rickman. Boy, you're not familiar with Alan Rickman's biography? You people, if there isn't a movie about it, it's not worth knowing, is it? Well, anyway, I'm going to tell you about his life story, and I have to warn you, this will all end in tears. But before I start with the story and the biography, I'm going to first introduce the vocabulary and vocabulary example sentences. Then, after we finish the article, we're going to give you the listening comprehension questions to test your listening skills. Are you ready? Vocabulary. Career. Career. After the successful series of concerts, the singer reached the height of his career. Situation. Situation. Jeannie always complains about the current economic situation while watching the news. Struggle to. Struggle to. Mary struggled to get control of her scooter after she hit a car. Somehow. Somehow. We'll raise enough money to pay for the trip somehow. Manage to. Manage to. After months of struggle, Eve finally managed to escape from the bad man's house. A great deal of. A great deal of. Bianca spent a great deal of time correcting her paper. Apply. Apply. Leah applied to 5 different universities and was accepted by 2 of them. All of what you've learned so far can be applied to the future. Thankful. Thankful. Ronnie was thankful that he didn't hit the deer which had just popped out of the bushes. Okay, that's it for vocabulary. Now, we're going to start the biography of actor Alan Rickman, who is one of my most favorite actors, by the way, and when you see the list of movies that he's in, you'll understand why. Let's begin. Alan Rickman was an award-winning actor who appeared in many movies and plays over his long acting career. He was best known for his role in the Harry Potter films and for his ability to play any character. Rickman was born in London, England in 1946. His family was quite poor, and the situation became worse after Rickman's father died. His mother struggled to raise 4 children alone, but she somehow managed to make ends meet. Though life was hard, Rickman grew up loving acting, but he also had a great deal of talent in art. He decided that graphic design was a safer career path than acting, so he studied art in university. After graduating, he opened a successful design company with some friends. Although his design company was a success, Rickman decided at 23 that if he wanted to be an actor, there was no reason to wait any longer. He left his company and applied to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art to study acting. Luckily for him and audiences everywhere, he was accepted into the acting program. After the amazing career of Alan Rickman had, the world should be thankful that he had the courage to follow his dreams. That's part 1. There's a part 2. Over the course of his long career, Alan Rickman played almost every role that there is. He acted in classic roles such as Romeo and Juliet and Sense and Sensibility. He also took on light parts in romantic comedies like Truly, Madly, Deeply and Love Actually. And he starred in irreverent comedies such as Dogma and Galaxy Quest. The roles that made Rickman truly stand out, however, were when he played the villain. Rickman's international success began when he played a German terrorist, Hans Gruber, in the action movie Die Hard. He also played the Sheriff of Nottingham in a film about Robin Hood. And then there is his most famous movie role, Severus Snape, in the Harry Potter films. The movies would not have been the same without Rickman's performance. Sadly, Rickman passed away in January of 2016 due to cancer. He had kept his illness secret from everyone except his family and closest friends, and his death shocked the world. Actors who had worked with him were full of praise for both his talent as an actor and his kindness as a human being. Alan Rickman was a wonderful man who played very bad guys, and he is greatly missed by all. Oh, so sad. I told you it would end in tears. All right, anyway, now you understand why I like Alan Rickman. He's in some pretty good movies, don't you think? Maybe you have seen some of them. I know you've seen Harry Potter, so don't lie to me. You know you've seen Alan Rickman. Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, let's do some reading comprehension questions. Answer the 4 questions and win a prize. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1. What was Alan Rickman's first job after graduating? A. Actor. B. Writer. C. Graphic designer. D. Baseball player. The answer is C. Graphic designer. Remember, he thought acting was not a secure line of work, so he thought graphic design would be a better career path, so he started on that one first. Although he always loved acting, and he eventually managed to accomplish his dream. Number 2. Which of these is not an Alan Rickman movie? Remember, not an Alan Rickman movie. A. Romeo and Juliet. B. Die Hard. C. Robin Hood. D. The Fast and the Furious. The answer is D. The Fast and the Furious. However, I think that movie would have been a lot better if Alan Rickman had been in it. Number 3. What is his most famous role? A. Hans Gruber. B. Marvin the Sad Robot. C. Metatron. D. Professor Severus Snape. Oh, you know the answer. The answer is definitely D. Professor Snape. That's his most famous role. That's the one all of you know him by. However, my generation might remember him as Hans Gruber. That was the first major movie he was in the United States. He played in that movie, and I remember watching that when I was a kid too. Number 4. Based on the reading, what was Alan's reputation among his acting colleagues? A. Very good. B. Very bad. C. So-so. D. Mysterious. His reputation was A. Very good. All of his acting friends, everyone he ever worked with, praised his talent and his character after he died. And everybody was very sad. And I'm a little bit sad too. So now I think it's time we leave you. Until next time, expelliarmus!